Alright, so we're going to be opening up and disassembling this MSI GS65 Stealth. As you can see, the screen is completely broken and this is all bent up and the cable's like sticking out here. So we're going to be replacing this whole top piece. The customer settled for like a used one that had a little bit of damage on it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully the part is okay. I'm going to have to hang this off the edge of my desk probably to work on it so that it doesn't get damaged. Since closing it, the hinge is somewhat broken. I think the customer said something happened and they kind of hit it and it broke. So yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna have to zoom out more. I guess you're gonna have to stare at my legs. Anyways, we're gonna use a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. Let me move this aside. Okay, and we're gonna just remove the screws from the bottom here. All right, there's a factory seal here. Hopefully the replacement screen is correct. Excuse me. You want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern. I remove them. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit difficult at this angle because I also can't like lean my head over, otherwise it's gonna block the view. So we got those three. We got one here. I think there's one hidden under this factory seal sticker. Yep. All right, so we're gonna get that one as well here. There we go. All right, just like that. We got one here. I know, sorry it zoomed so far out. I'll zoom it in more once I can get the screen out, so that way I can show you guys what exactly is happening here. All right, sorry, I'm realigning the screws so it's further out of my way, because right now I think after I get everything out, it's gonna be those will end up in the way. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, so we got those. All right, we got another somewhat three. They're all in like weird pattern here, so hopefully you can keep track of where the screws came from. Again, it's the best method is to kind of just put everything in the pattern you remove it, and that will help you keep track of it. Oh, I'm getting messages now. Okay, just like that. Just like that. I thought I muted my notifications. Why is it making sounds? All right, anyways, we got three more down here, so we're gonna remove those three, and then hopefully we can get all the screws out. Oh, I'm getting too many messages right now. I think I just got like 6 different messages. All right, so now we got all of that out. Let's go ahead and see if we can pop this bottom cover off. I'm gonna try with a suction cup, starting over here, and that worked. I just held this down with my fingernail and then pulled that up. Okay, let's see. Oh no, I think somebody's smoking pot. It smells like skunks or something out right now. All right. Anyways, we're gonna get into this gap here, so between this area, and we're gonna see if we can pop this out. Okay. So I'm just using my fingernails to kind of get underneath and pop this up. Oh, I don't like that smell. All right. We're gonna keep continuing over. All right, just like that. And there we go. And then this piece actually falls off, which hopefully this isn't part, hopefully this is part of the screen, but it's probably not. Because that means the replacement isn't going to have this, and they actually broke a piece of it. It's a little bit chipped there, as you can see. Anyways, now that we've got that, let's flip it back over and see if we can get the bottom. Whoa, okay. Let's see if the bottom cover will come off. It's still holding on to something, it seems, so I'm going to push this with my thumb over here. I know it's out of view, but where's the gap here? Where's the opening? So I'm gonna work my way over a little bit. Here we go. All right, working our way up. We're probably gonna have to pop this up slightly. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel the clips unlatching. So I'm basically using my thumbnail to kind of pull it upwards or away, and there we go. All right, so there we go. We got this piece. Oh, it feels like it's stuck. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna set that aside for now. Here you can see what the inside is. If you're not careful, you can actually damage this cable. So yeah, it seems a bit risky. All right, replacing this seems pretty simple. Hopefully it actually is. Okay, so what we're gonna do, there's three screws on each hinge over here, assuming nothing is hidden underneath. What else? We do have to disconnect the battery first. Battery connector is here, so let me actually zoom in for this part. Okay, so battery connector's here. Do we have to actually remove the battery? Not really. So let's see if we can lift this out without removing it. I'm going to use a little tool to help get underneath and kind of pull this up. Okay, you want to be careful not to damage this cable, of course. All right, once we got that, we're going to try and pull this forward out. All right, then we're going to pinch this and we're going to kind of just wiggle it while we pull it. So just wiggle it back and forth like that way. Okay, and just keep pulling it, wiggling it, and pulling it, and it should pop out eventually. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit closer here. And there we go. So here you can see, make sure you put the battery connector the right way. If you get a replacement, looks like this. All right, this side faces down. And there's battery model number there. I'll give you that guys I'll give you guys that information once we get the screen out, so I can flip this computer over and not leave it upside down like this. All right, after disconnecting the battery, what you want to do to be safe, you want to press and hold the power button for about 15 seconds. So be careful here, and then we're going to hold this button down about 15 seconds to drain any residual power. This is very important when dealing with the screen. There's no screen on here, so it's probably not that big of a deal. But even then, you want to be careful, because if the pins kind of go crooked into the port that it's in, you can actually fry the circuit. Anyways, that's about 15 seconds. All right, so we're gonna flip this back over, and we're gonna get these screws out that are holding here. There's one other thing. We do need to disconnect the LCD cable. Again, it's hard to show this because of the way it's broken, but we're gonna flip this latch up here, okay? So, all right, we're gonna get underneath there and flip that up. And again, people keep telling me to cut my nails, but as you can see, this one is cut. I couldn't flip that latch. So it makes my job a lot harder. I don't like using little plastic tools. They're not very accurate. All right, then you can, oops, let me try and show this. You can grab this and then pull this back, and then we're gonna carefully peel this cable up. You want to keep it as flat as possible. You don't want to just roll it back. So what I do is I pull it this way as I kind of peel it up. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, I think we're replacing this cable because this new screen comes with it. But again, if you're using this cable again, you want to try and keep from bending it too much. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and remove the screws for the hinge. They are using PH0 or JS0 screws, so all right, let me go ahead and do that. Hold on, let me pause this segment and close the door so it's not noisy. All right, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and remove these screws. So again, there's 3 on each side, and we are using a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver. I'm not sure why they use those tiny screws, but that's what they chose to do. So that's what we're gonna have to use. All right. Also, make sure you keep them in order. Okay, keep track of the screws. And we got the 3 over here. I know it's zoomed out a lot. I will zoom in, but hopefully you can follow along anyways. All right, so now that we got all those screws out, let's see, hopefully we can lift this up and nothing is hidden in the rest of it. Okay, this part is getting caught over here, so I'm gonna hold this down and open it further than 90 degrees and see if that helps me remove it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we did get that out. I did have to open it more than 90 degrees. Uh-oh, let me turn off my notifications real quick. And we're gonna get the replacement screen now. So let's go ahead and move this closer, and so you don't have to stare at my legs. All right, so here you can see you have the wireless antennas right here. So you wanna be careful not to damage those, otherwise you'll lose wireless connectivity. Maybe while I have this open, I should actually clean this out a bit. It's kind of dusty. All right. I might have to, I'm gonna use my electric air blower with this. Hopefully the customer didn't damage anything else other than the screen, because they ripped the whole screen out, which, as I said earlier, it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't pull that cable out straight, there's a very good chance that you can fry the board. So anyways, I'm gonna go get the screen real quick and I'll be back. Oops, sorry about that. Anyways, so we're gonna be replacing the screen. Hopefully the screen is okay. We got it in this box. Let's go ahead and cut it open and see what we got. Again, they did say it's it has some known issues with it. Oops, I have to cut this side open. Sorry about that. I probably should have pre-opened it before starting the video up again. Alright, well, they got in a bunch of, whoa, what is this? So many priority envelope thingies. And lots of bubble wrap. Okay, so we got this. And let's see if we can get it out. Okay. So, here we go. We got the screen. You want to be careful again. Make sure to keep yourself grounded. Here you can see there is a line here. And they did say there was a dent. Oh, okay. So this part is a little bit dented. It's actually not as badly dented as I was expecting from the pictures. I probably should have paid a bit more attention to how these wires were routed. Anyways, let's go ahead and try and get this back in. So we're gonna do what we did before. I'm gonna have to hang it over the edge of the desk. Let's zoom out. Okay, sorry if it's hard to see, but basically we're just gonna drop this in. And I think these cables go underneath here. I hope that's right. Because I don't remember, and also it was kind of broken. So all right, I'm gonna have to move this out more. Wow, this is somewhat tricky to put back in. I might have to angle the hinge more. Oh, there we go. Okay, that side's in. Can we get this side in just as easily, or no? Okay, make sure the cable goes along the side here. I'll show you close up once I get this in properly. I want to make sure everything sits properly before I tell you that's the correct way. It looks like that might be wrong. So we're gonna pop this back out, and I think the cables might actually have to come out the side. Is that true? I hope not. That doesn't look right. I might have to rewatch my own video just to see how it works. All right, let's try this again. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way. But okay, get that underneath and set that over that way. Can it fit? I don't know. It would be squishing that cable a lot though. Let me actually get the 3 screws on this side real quick, so that way I only have to worry about one side falling apart on me. Alright, I'm gonna add some red thread locker after this to make sure that they don't come loose, because these screws are pretty small, thin. They don't have much length to them. Okay, so we got that side. Let's see what I can do here. I might have to rewatch my video. Oh no, that worked. Okay, is that right? Is it supposed to be smashed like that? I don't remember. There's a lot of extra slack here, so maybe it's supposed to come out to the side. Okay, I'm probably doing this wrong. I'm gonna take this back out because I don't want to damage it. I'm gonna take the other 3 screws back out because I have to, otherwise I can't move it far enough. Sorry for this clumsy repair. I'm gonna have to rewatch my video and make sure I'm doing it right, because I don't want to put it the wrong way and then cause it to get more damage. But it's looking like, okay, maybe the small wire goes under and the big wire goes on to over. No, I don't know. I am confused. I mean, that looks like it would work better. Let's see here. How am I going to do this? Okay, let me rewatch my video and I'll be back. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, rewatching my video just confused me because the one before, since they broke it, the cable was like underneath, so it was kind of weird. How am I gonna do that? So that was it was like wrapping under here. So that means the screen, okay, and then it just wraps on top. I think it was on the outside. Anyways, let's see how I can do that. I don't think I can pull both to the outside, right? Is it because they wrapped this cable weird, or is that just how it is? I guess I'll try keeping the little one inside and have the bigger one outside and see how that goes. All right, if that's even possible. So we'll have the skinnier wire outside or inside and the bigger wire on the outside. Get this in, get that, that's good, lined up. Can we get that lined up? All right, come on, skinny cable, you're going the wrong way. You're gonna get chopped off, I think. Okay, there we go. Nah, it just keeps wanting to go that way, but it seems like it's okay going that way, so I think I can just route this. Yeah, that works. I route this cable here. Okay, I'll show it close up after I get the screws in. Give me a second here. Looks like that works. All right. Sorry for this. I know normally my videos I zoom in really well for you guys, but this one I can't really help it because of the way it's broken. So otherwise you'll just be staring at my feet. So okay, get this. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna close the screen real quick. I'm gonna lay the back of the screen here and we're gonna push that down by the hinges. All right, let's zoom in here and show you what's going on. Okay, so we got the hinges in and those screws are somewhat in the way. Oop, did a magnet? Oh, there's a magnet in the top that kind of took one of the screws. All right, so this cable here, okay, the small one went in between underneath this. So it's between the screw mounts and this piece of metal here. And you can see it's coming out like in the middle. And then this bigger one just goes out to the side and wraps in between. It just rolls in between here. Okay, so let's go ahead now and plug this cable back in. We're gonna flip this latch up. See, it's so hard to do this without fingernails. All right, anyways, we're gonna get this cable plugged in, get it lined up, good. Flip that latch back down. You flip it by sliding your finger over it, okay? All right, you can see this is lining up nicely. Again, as I said, I'm gonna be adding thread locker to this to make sure these screws hold in tight. Okay, if you're wondering how to remove the battery, there's a few screws at the top here, and then there's the speaker cables here that you have to be careful for. I'm not gonna take it out. I think I did another video where I kind of take the whole motherboard out. So if you're looking for that, just let me know. I'll see where if I can find it, and I'll send you a link. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and get these screws out. We're gonna put a tiny bit of thread locker on it, on each one. This uses very little because these threads are, the screws are so small. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. And that way we won't have this come loose. Normally they put a tiny bit of blue thread locker on these, all right? But the red holds a bit better. Someone told me that, hey, that's like meant to be a permanent hold, but I've tried it and it's not. Maybe on larger screws and bolts and nuts and stuff like that, but on these tiny things, it doesn't hold that strong. So that's why I use the red type. The blue kind, I've seen so many come loose, so I don't trust it. I've seen a lot of the blue thread locker stuff come loose. And then that causes the hinges to break, so I don't trust the blue stuff for this job. All right, that's more. Tighten that. All right, 2 more screws. Okay, and the last one, and then. Hopefully it's going to power up and the screen will show, because if not, we just spent a bunch of money on this part and we're going to end up with a dead computer if that's the case. So hopefully it's going to work okay. All right, let's go ahead and put the bottom cover back on. You can zoom back out. Of course, we do have to plug the battery back in. Oh, I forgot to mention the battery model. If you want it, is it here? BTY-M6L. So you can actually check your battery, but BTY-M6L. Hopefully you can even read that. All right, anyways, I'm pretty sure I have another video of this model, so yeah, if you need help finding that, let me know. The full model, if it has one here, GS65 Stealth 8SE-006US. And then they have some super long number code at the end, -BB7875H16GXXDX10MA. And I think that's for like the hardware kind of stuff. All right, we're gonna just line this stuff back up, kind of click it all back into place. All right. You want to be careful. Again, there's that one cable there. That's the power button cable. If you damage that, the power button won't work. I just noticed something. These hinges, they're not clipped in properly, so hopefully they're not broken, but we'll see. All right. Next thing, we're going to go ahead. We can actually put the screws back on because the little hinge cover thing we can put back later. So let's go ahead and get these screws back in. And then we'll snap back on the little hinge cover, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped some of you guys. I know the screen assembly can be pretty expensive, so I'm not sure how many people would actually be willing to buy that to do this kind of thing. But yeah, am I doing this upside down? I think I'm doing this upside down. Alright, so last time I did this, the screws were this way, so I did, right? Am I mixing stuff up? Yeah, I might be mixing stuff up. I mean, all the screws are the same size, so it shouldn't really be an issue. But normally, I like to put the same screw back where I got it, so I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to continue doing the other ones. So let's see, we got that one, we got those two, got this, alright. And then I can actually swap the screws back over so they go back in their same place. Because, yeah, I don't like switching them around if I can help it. Okay. I like to try and keep the same screws where I found them. Right. Yeah, I know most people won't even care. They'll just put the screws wherever they got, wherever they want, because they all look about the same. But again, I like to try and get everything back the same way I removed it. The only thing I can't do is make this factory seal sticker go back to normal. And one other, I didn't reconnect the battery. Okay, so let's open this thing back up and reconnect the battery before we forget again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm wasting your time now. I'm pretty sure somebody was watching and then going, "You didn't reconnect the battery." I know. I'm going back. I got it. Don't worry. Okay. I got distracted. That, and somehow I'm functioning on 0 hours of sleep. I've been up since yesterday. Yesterday, probably 7 or 8. And actually, I don't think I really slept much yesterday either. Probably like 2-3 hours. Been having too much fun with my car. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this thing back out. Let's see, I guess I have to use the suction cup again. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and reconnect this battery. Alright, so get that lined up. Make sure you have everything lined up, all the pins, because if you try and force it in crooked, you can bend those pins. I've had customers bring in laptops where the battery connector was bent. Alright, and that can actually destroy your computer, so you want to be very careful with that. Alright, get it lined up. And then I push against the plastic part. Oh my god, it's so difficult with only one fingernail. I need both. Alright, there we go. So push it in like that, and there you go. Make sure it's in all the way. Okay. There we go. Let's zoom back out. And we're going to flip this back the way we were originally working on it. Normally I work with the hinge away from me, but because the screen hinge thing was damaged, I couldn't do it that way. Alright, I think we actually have to lock in this side first because those pieces are being a pain. Again, you want to be careful with the cable over there. So I'm going to pull this back piece out so it can slide over it. There we go. Alright, and let's get all these screws back in now. Alright. gonna see if I can somehow glue this broken plastic piece back together, but most likely I won't be able to. But we'll see. It's worth a shot. I think I have, what did I do with my super glue? Oh, here it is. It's upside down. Okay. All right. Get this screw. I don't think the super glue will be able to hold that well. It's usually not that strong for holding stuff from snapping apart, so let's get all these screws in, and then we'll just see if we can even power it up, and hopefully we'll have good luck here, because yeah, otherwise that'll suck. Okay, down here, this one here. Almost there, and then we're gonna see if we're lucky with it powering up or not. All right, got a few more screws. There we go, and the last screw here. Oh, they also bent this piece here. I don't know if I can bend that back. I can try with some kind of screwdriver or something. Let's see if I can use the handle here. Oh, that worked. Okay, kind of. All right, then let's go ahead and see about getting this plastic piece. So I'm gonna see if I can somehow glue this back on. We're gonna use some super glue. Okay. I probably need to poke a hole in this or snap off the tip because it's all dried on top. Okay. Let's see, did it open at all? No? Alright, let's try using the, go. And can we get some glue out of this? Or is it all dried up? There's still glue in there. Nothing wants to come out. I might need to open up a new bottle or something. Oh, it's stuck to my screwdriver or this thing, so I'm gonna clean that off before it's permanently stuck there. That won't be good for my SIM card slot remover. Okay, there we go. We got some coming out. Let's go ahead and try and stick this back together. So super glue, you don't really need too much. That's probably actually way too much. All right. And let's see if we can stick these pieces back. So you line it up and you just hold it there for about 30 seconds into place. All right, I know it's boring. It's like watching glue dry, ha ha ha. But yeah, I'll wait for 30 seconds. Okay. Alright, let's give it about 15 more seconds and then we'll wipe off the excess and hopefully we'll have a good solid whatever fusion. Alright, I think that's already been more than 30 seconds. You can see it's holding itself together. That's good. Hopefully it's not going to snap itself off later. We're going to try and clean off the excess here a little bit. It's going to leave some junk there, but okay. The one thing I'm worried is this clip looks to be bent there. I'll have to see. Let me see if I can bend that back. We'll try with this plastic tool, and it looks like it bent somewhat, but I don't know if it's not exactly right. The other problem is I don't know which way it was facing when it came off. Okay, we got to clip all of this in, of course. Make sure these are all clipped in. All right, let's see. Can I figure out which way this was? Let's open this up and see here. Okay, let's actually make sure the screen works real quick. Okay, it's not powering on, so I probably have to plug it in because it's been dead for quite some time. Let's go ahead and plug the cable in and see what we got. hopefully this wasn't all a waste of time. The customer, I asked them where the screen was and they said they threw it away. And I was like, but I needed to see that. Alright, so we'll plug it in. What? Where'd this magnet come from? Okay, must have fell out of the old screen. Alright, so we have it plugged in. I don't see any lights at all on this. Oh wait, okay, the battery light is on, so that's a good sign. And let's go ahead and see if we can power it up. Okay, that light's on. It went off. It's on again. I hear the fan spinning. Hopefully that's a good thing. I don't know if the BIOS is resetting because there's nothing on the screen. Again, I hope he didn't fry the motherboard when he yanked the old screen out. I still don't see anything on the screen. I'm gonna actually try connecting a external monitor. Does this support HDMI? Okay. Oh, it turned itself back off, so maybe it is just resetting the BIOS since we disconnected the battery. I hope. That would be the best scenario. Oh yes, okay. So we got the MSI, the screen is working. And we should be good to go. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this cover back on. Alright, it keeps resetting. Hopefully it's actually gonna boot. I don't know if he hit this part and damaged it, but it looks like it's going. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and see how we can get this piece back on somehow. I should have paid more attention to which way this came out. Oh, there's a stripe in the center. Hopefully he'll be okay with it. That's somewhat annoying. On white backgrounds, it's not bad. Alright, I'm gonna shut it down. Usually after replacing big hardware components like this, I would recommend doing a reset or a restart, not a shutdown. So I'll be doing that later. I'm gonna assume that it has this flat part in front because it seems like it fits the frame better that way. So let's see if we can snap it in. Okay, there we go. Snapping in. Alright. We are good to go. So the little flat sharp point that sticks out goes in front here. Okay, so we're going to power it up, restart it one more time, and we should be good to go. That's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Other than that, that's all there is to it. I know this video is probably a very specific repair because I don't know how many people are going to replace the whole top assembly. But yeah, again, I do have another video, I think, of this GS65 Stealth. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll forward you a link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.